Why did Sauron want to corrupt the elves with the rings? Have you ever wondered why Sauron, known as Annatar, the Lord of Gifts, sought to corrupt the elves with the rings of power? This question opens a fascinating chapter in the lore of Middle-earth. Sauron's ultimate goal was to dominate all of Middle-earth by controlling its most powerful beings. The elves, with their wisdom and skill, were key players in this grand design. As Annatar, Sauron approached the Elven-smiths of Eregion, presenting himself as a benevolent teacher. He offered his guidance in crafting the rings of power, which were meant to enhance the abilities of their bearers. However, his true intention was to bind these rings to his own one ring, which he forged in secret. This one ring was designed to dominate all other rings and their wielders. While Sauron succeeded in influencing the creation of many rings, the Elven Rings were unique. After Sauron left Eregion, Celebrimbor, the chief Elven-smith, crafted the three rings independently. These rings were never touched by Sauron, allowing them to retain their original purpose. They were meant to preserve the beauty and realms of the elves, not to control or enslave them. When Sauron put on the one ring, the elves immediately sensed his malice. They removed their rings, effectively preventing his direct control over them. However, the Elven Rings were still linked to the One Ring. Their power depended on its existence. When the One Ring was destroyed, the Elven Rings lost their potency, marking the end of Elven dominion in Middle-earth. Sauron's plan to corrupt the elves was part of a larger strategy to extend his influence. The rings he gave to men and dwarves had varying effects. Men became enslaved as Nazgul, while dwarves resisted domination but fell into greed, benefiting Sauron indirectly. The elves, however, were more resistant and wise. They managed to keep their three rings free from Sauron's direct corruption. In essence, Sauron aimed to corrupt the elves to dominate them and their realms. Yet, the independent creation of the Elven Rings and the vigilance of the elves thwarted his full success. This dynamic is central to the ongoing struggle between Sauron and the elves throughout the Second and Third Ages of Middle-earth. Understanding this conflict reveals much about the nature of power and corruption in Tolkien's world.